Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thank you so much for joining us. We love that you check us out here on the Owatonna Today Show and make sure you can find out what's going on in your community. So many people come forward and let us put them on the show to talk about what's going on in their lives, and it keeps you informed. So we'd love for you to be a part of that. So you can find us right here on Charter Channel 8, 6 days a week. But if you can't, you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube and blip.tv as well as Facebook. And if you do like us on Facebook, Leanne will upload the most recent episode right to your Facebook page. And as I was saying, we'd love for you to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show. And the way you can do that is let us know what's going on in your community by giving us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net or call Leanne Alt, she's our producer, at 390-5751. Let us know what you'd like to see on the show, or if you know something coming up, please let us know. We'll be glad to do what we can to get you on the air. Please stay with us. We're going to be having a legislative update with Vicki Jensen, as well as a peek at the Little Theatre of Owatonna's newest play. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltfett of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. We do have Senator Vicki Jensen with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here
Great
today.
to be here.
Thank you so much. Hopefully you had a chance to chat with her this last Saturday, your town hall for the month of February.
Yep.
So people getting in there and getting a chance to talk. But if you didn't, of course, I know Vicki will give you a little update today about what's going on. So you are in recess.
That's correct.
Yes.
It's called an interim.
An interim.
Over the interim.
Okay.
Yes, and it's been very busy for me, but each senator has the opportunity to do what they can fit in their schedule and the priorities that they pick. It's very individualized over the interim.
Well, especially because most of you do, of course, have other jobs that you have
That's
to take
correct.
care of in addition to serving the state.
That's correct.
Yeah, so but I want to make sure people understand that. And so as you're moving forward, you are trying to do your real job as well as this very important job for us here in Minnesota. So what are some of the things you've been working on in this interim?
Well, over the interim, I'm vice chair of Commerce Committee, and Senator Metzen, who's the chair of that committee, asked myself and Senator Paul Kozelka, who's from the Brainerd area, to co-chair a fraud working group. And we've been meeting once a month over the interim to see if we have legislation that actually is attracting fraud to Minnesota. And the one that we've worked on the most this time is no-fault auto insurance. And we're one of the few states that has that left. Most of them have either tightened it up or repealed it.
So let's talk a little bit. So no fault meaning it doesn't matter who was hit or who wasn't hit?
Basically what no fault means is that your insurance that you pay for in your auto premium pays for any medical emergency things that you need if you're in an auto accident. So in Minnesota we decided that we're going to lessen the premium by having auto drivers who have insurance help pay, and it's so that you can get payment right away when you're in an emergency situation. That helps the consumer and it helps the person that's in that critical condition. But it also makes it easier for others that want to get at that money, get it, because it's so easily distributed. So that's the thing that we have to take a look at and see if we can change or tighten up. That law hasn't changed since the 1970s when it was passed.
Oh, and a lot of things have changed since
That's
the 1970s.
right. That's right. So we have about 10 things that we've taken a look at. It's been very extensive, and I'm extremely proud of the work that we've done on that.
And so now you take a look at it, you evaluate it, and then you may be putting some ideas forward.
There's some legislation, like I said, about 10 to 12 things that we have language for already that we're looking at, and the group will look again in February, and then we'll make a presentation to the Commerce Committee in the Senate to see if we can get some of it to go through.
So quite honestly, when you are in this interim, you really aren't on vacation.
Absolutely not. And especially as a rural legislator, because we're up in the Capitol and not able to participate in the things that happen locally during this session, I do most of that in the interim. So I've been meeting with local governments, city, county, township. I've been meeting with my schools in the district. I've been meeting with constituents. Like I said, my second Saturday, every second Saturday of the month, I meet, and in Owatonna, it's at the Elks Club from 10 to 11. And it's a great opportunity for me to understand where people are at and what they're going through. So that's what I've been spending a lot of time on, too.
So this is your first year in the Senate?
That's correct.
How has that been for you?
Amazing experience. I don't know if you could really describe it to someone, even if you've been in a long time, because it's so different and individualized, like I said, for each center, even in session. It depends on your district. It depends on your passion, what you're passionate about. One of the things that I have been working on before I was elected as well is domestic violence. I have 2 bills that I want to try to pass, even though it's a very short session. We start on February 25th. But I hope to be able to change 2 things in our current statutes, and one of them is when someone who's been convicted of a domestic violence offense and has served their time and are getting out. Right now, the victim has the ability to find out when that is, but they don't know where they will be going. And one of the biggest, scariest things for a victim is when that person gets back out, they have to create a safety plan for themselves and their family. And if they don't know where they're being released to, your safety plan looks a lot different. And what we're talking about is just a zip code. Because if somebody gets released and they're going to Florida versus Minnesota, your safety plan looks a lot different. And it would be extremely meaningful and helpful to the victim. And then the other thing is a 24-hour wait that's put in for warrantless arrest that happens during a domestic violence event, and the police show up and the person has left. For certain offenses, you can get a warrantless arrest, it's called, so you can just arrest them without a warrant. For other ones, you only have 24 hours to do that, or you have to go through a completely different process. So it puts law enforcement in the situation where they have to decide, well, what could this be? I want to remove that from that situation where you can get unlimited ability to get a warrantless arrest, especially in greater Minnesota, where there's a lot of distance that people have to try to find the person and get them. That 24-hour period is just...
And working with other law enforcement
exactly.
people. Yeah.
So those are 2 things that I'm working on that I'm hoping we'll be able to get through.
So you take those ideas, you've got the language work, you bring them to committee.
That's correct.
And then the committee start talking about them. We spoke with Representative Petersburg last week, and he's talked about how a lot of the work is done in committee, and kind of on the floor, it's just more of a
And I would go even further than that, because a lot of the work happens outside of committee to get the legislation and the language into the shape that you want it when you present it. So there are a lot of people that come forward, and if you don't do the work in advance to make sure what the oppositions are and try to work together and absolutely understand what the impact of that language is in that bill, you're not going to have a very good policy in the end. And so a lot of that work happens even before committee.
When you start because this has been your first year in the legislature, as you started working with this language, did you have a handbook?
No.
That helped you figure out to put those bills, that kind of thing, or how did you kind of learn that process?
Well, I think this is part of why I did have some recognition last session, because I'm not afraid to just jump in and try something. And if it didn't work out the way I thought, then you figure out what works better. And you do that, and you have to do it very quickly if you want to be efficient at it at all and come up with some results. But I think politics has the most to do with relationship building, and so building those relationships with legislators that have been there for a while that can help you walk through some of these. Senator Sharon from Mankato was my mentor. Extremely helpful. You have to be willing to reach out to all kinds of people in all kinds of areas in order to come up with some good policy.
We've got, as you said, the session starts at the end of this month, and it's a short one. So you've got a lot of stuff to get done. What will some of the things be what will you be seeing come to you?
Sure. There was some unfinished business that happened last session. In particular, the minimum wage bill. It passed out of both the House and the Senate, but it is sitting in conference committee right now. So that work will be done, and it'll go back to the floor.
And you mentioned because the 2 bills that were passed were just too far apart.
That's correct, and they couldn't come to a conclusion by the end of session last year. So that will be taken up. The Safe and Supportive School Act, which is known by most people as the bullying bill, that was passed out of the House. It was not passed out of the Senate, even though it went through committee. It was on the floor. So we'll have to do that on the floor of the Senate. And then there was one bill that was a sex offender bill that passed out of the Senate that did not pass out of the House. So there's some work on both sides that need to be done, just based on things that happened last session.
And what do you look forward to in this next year, as you look forward to a whole new year?
Well, because I had some interim that I'm working on some things during that time, I'm just so anxious to see what I can get done. You put together and you spend so much time trying to figure out what the best way for that to happen, and to actually get in there and see something that you're concerned about and that your constituents are concerned about, move forward and get it passed. That is the greatest thing.
In addition to your once a month town hall meeting, how else do people contact you? What is the most frequent way that people will get in touch with you about their issues and concerns?
Sure. Email is one of the best ways that for them to send me a note, express their concern about a situation. I do get those. Phone calls, though, are actually very good, and I would encourage people to take the time to make that call.
Because we know you're busy, so maybe they're afraid that maybe you won't
That's
be
right.
in.
That's right, and I can understand that. And a lot of times I has to be a message and I have to get back, but I will do that. And to hear that and get a better understanding of what the situation is a lot better over the phone than on an email.
Yeah, because you can hear tone and you can understand where they're, that conversation is a lot more fluid over the phone.
That's correct.
So don't be afraid to call you.
That's right. Don't be afraid to call me.
Because we want to make sure that people's concerns are also heard. And that's just, I think, a very important thing is that people understand is that you are here for the people of your district, not just for yourself.
That's right.
And spend a lot of time away from your family.
That's right.
Yeah, so please think about calling her, contacting her about any issue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to hear negative, positive, what's happening. I need to hear that and understand it if I'm going to create good public policy.
So thank you so much. It was a pleasure seeing you again.
Yes, you too.
We will be right back. Please stay with us.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I am Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and for more than 20 years I have been helping people hear better. It has been a very rewarding experience, but so many people put off getting help with their hearing. Clients often tell me they wish they had started wearing hearing aids sooner, as their quality of life was improved so much with better hearing. Call me today at 1-800-804-3361 for a free hearing test at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. That's 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rita Lesniak, and I play Alona Ritter.
And I'm Kara Johnson, and I play Amalia Balish in LTO's current production of She Loves Me, directed by Bev Cashman and sponsored by Wenger Foundation.
Performances of She Loves Me will be held Thursday through Saturday, February 13th, 14th, and 15th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, February 16th at 2 o'clock.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, February 20th, 21st, and 22nd at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764. Don't miss LTO's production of She Loves Me.
And it's Leanne on the go with the Owatonna Today Show, and we are here once again at Little Theatre of Owatonna because it is time for the Little Theatre Winter Play. And I am with Megan Proft, Bev Cashman, and Larry Ostermeier. Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here.
You bet. And Bev, we're going to start with you because you are the artistic director of this particular winter play. And tell us the name of the show that you are so hard at work on right now.
And excited about.
Yes.
It's called She Loves Me. And a lot of people will think I've never heard of that show. But it is the original musical that they based the movie You've Got Mail on.
Oh, really?
Okay, so
all right.
Yep, so now everybody knows it was with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, and that, of course, was not a musical. This was written in 1963, but it actually, back in the 1930s, I think, it was written to take place in Hungary, and it was called Shop Around the Corner.
Okay.
And then I think Jimmy Stewart has a movie where he did it, a non-musical, but then there's another musical about it which I don't remember the name of.
Okay.
So it's an age-old story where boy meets girl, girl meets boy, they hate each other.
Okay.
And then what they don't realize is that they're each writing to a pen pal called Dear Friend, which happens to be each other.
Okay.
And what happens when they find out. Okay, so...
Okay.
It's fun, it's funny. I hope that it's a good get out of the house cabin fever reliever.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, now, tell us how many people you have in the cast.
Roughly, I would say about 20.
About 20, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. And Megan here is doing the choreography, Megan Proft. Larry Ostermeier is the musical director.
Okay.
And we've been rehearsing since the first weekend of November.
So you've really been at this for
a
while. Okay.
We started by learning the music, and then in December we did the blocking for all the songs and the dancing.
Okay.
And then we started again right after the New Year.
Now, are there any songs in this particular play that the audience might be somewhat familiar with? Larry, because you are the music director.
Well, if you knew a lot about Broadway, you might know some of the songs. The main song, She Loves Me, is one that I had heard before. But the music, although it's very interesting, none of the songs really are songs that people would know.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're really unique, and the songs really drew me. I knew nothing about this play. When Bev said, would you do it? She's such a good person that I said yes. But as soon as I took a look at the music, I thought this is going to be a lot of fun. And the neat thing about it is that there's solos from many characters. It's not just a couple of leads. It's there's good solos for everybody. So I think that's what makes this musical really fun.
Okay, wonderful. And Bev, we should say, what era is this set in?
This is set in the 1930s. And something else that people might want to know, just an interesting aside, it was written in 1963 when, I think that was when Fiddler came out and Hello Dolly.
Okay.
And they took a lot of the publicity and a lot of, yeah.
So that's why we're probably not as familiar with the name of it as well.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you choose this musical, Bev, or is this something that Little Theatre, the board as a whole, thought, hey, this would be an interesting show to put on the boards here?
I asked to do it.
Okay.
I had originally asked to do it for the Christmas show because it takes place around Christmas time, some of it. But LTO only does a Christmas show every other year.
Oh, right.
And so then we thought, well, it would work well for Valentine's Day because of the theme, and she loves me, and it's just a great, sweet story, and so I think it's going to work really well for Valentine's Day.
Okay, great, and hold that thought because you've got a special thing going with the Art Center too. But I want to talk to Megan for just a minute. Hello, Megan.
Hi.
And you are doing the choreography.
Yes.
And what can we kind of expect to see?
Well, it's not a huge dance show, but there is one really fun number called Romantic Atmosphere. I won't spoil any surprises, but we have a lot of props involved and some great dancers. We're working hard on it. So I think they'll be excited to see that number. Gets a little raucous at one point, so it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. Any particular challenges with doing choreography for this particular musical?
Not the cast. They're fantastic.
Okay. But I mean for you.
No, not at all. It's a really fun show, beautiful music. It's just been a joy to be a part of.
Okay. And Megan, how many shows have you done choreography for here at Little Theatre?
Little Theatre, 4.
4, okay.
Yeah. I think this is 4 or 5.
Okay, you've really developed quite a reputation.
Yeah.
For being
sure,
the
well,
dance lady.
something.
Okay. And Larry, for you, any particular challenges as far as the music has been concerned?
Well, the music is unique. The piano part doesn't always fit the voice, and so the vocalist got the music down at first without the piano, and then when we added that, it was like starting over. And now we'll be adding the orchestra, and I think they're all polished and ready for that, though. So, but when the audience hears the music, it's all going to sound like it's put together perfectly.
All right, great. Bev, tell us now who else is involved in working on the production. Who is your technical director?
My technical director is the wonderful Sandy Hardy-Hagen.
Okay.
And her helper is going to be Lil Kimberly Keck. That's my phone, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Brenda Hager, I think, is going to be the house manager.
Okay.
And we have Ruth Anderson on costumes.
And this has got to be a little bit of a costuming challenge because it's set in the 30s. So.
And all the women have to have hats and gloves. And then some of it is in the summertime, and then some is in the wintertime, so they also need coats.
Okay.
And lots, when this many people have, say, 2 or 3 costumes or as many as 5.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot of costumes.
Okay.
Ruth is doing a great
what
job.
What period of time does the play take place in? Is it
it's in the
a week? Time frame?
No. It starts in summer.
Okay.
And then it meanders into autumn.
Okay.
And then it ends at Christmas time. And I also need to give kudos to the set designer, Mark Kukluk, and then the set painters, because it is very chic, what would you say? Naomi Jurley and Don Von Ruden and Cindy Mays have got some real cool ideas. And we have something unusual, too, Leanne, that we're going to have a fly-in on this one. You don't always see parts of your set flown in, which means they're going to drop it down and then lift it up and down during the show.
I do see right above your head there. We see.
Yes, you can see it kind of peeking out.
Peeking out there. So that will whet your appetite.
It should.
Yes.
It really should.
All right. So now give us the dates that the play will be performed.
Okay. It opens up on Thursday night, February 13th.
Okay.
And then it's on Valentine's Day, the 14th, and then the 15th, and those are all evening performances, and then Sunday the 16th, it's the afternoon matinee. Okay. And then the following week, there's a 20th, 21st, and 22nd, and those are all evening performances. They start at 7:30. The matinee is at 2.
Okay.
I think that we want Miss Megan to tell us a little bit about that special event.
Yes, there's a special event going on with the Arts Center, Megan, so tell us all about that.
Yes, we're really excited to partner both LTO and the Arts Center together. We're doing the Sweet Art dinner on Valentine's Day on the 14th at 5:30 at the Arts Center, so you can bring your sweetie, you could bring a friend, family, it'll be great for all people. Get your ticket. If you're a season ticket holder, there's a discount. Get your ticket and get dinner before the show. And then you can meander over and see a wonderful production.
Okay, and so is the dinner menu set yet?
It is, but I don't remember what it is. It's delicious. I remember reading and thinking it was really good.
Oh, I thought we'd whet some appetites there.
Oh gosh, it's going to be fantastic.
Okay.
And all the tickets are available at the Arts Center.
Okay, wonderful. So, Bev, very quickly, we have about 20 seconds left. Again, tell us when they can come and see this next play here at Little Theater.
You will want to buy your tickets for Thursday night, the 13th, or Friday, the 14th, Saturday, the 15th, and the 16th, and then again the 20th, 21st, 22nd of February. Just when you're getting that cabin fever, just when you say, I need something to get me off the couch.
Get me out
I've
of this
had
house.
enough.
Okay,
That's
all
right. It will be worth getting up for and coming. You'll like it a lot.
Well, Larry, Bev, and Megan, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing the play now in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Owatonna Today.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are back with the Owatonna Today Show. If you've been listening to the news at all, you've heard, of course, about the soul-crushing cold that we've had recently, and you've also heard along the lines that there also have been some issues with propane. And if you have propane in your home or use it for heating or anything like that and are having issues, the government has set up a special hotline for you. That number is 800-657-3504. Open generally during business hours, Monday through Friday. They really encourage you to call and ask those questions and get more information. So if you do use any kind of propane in your home or in your business, please give them a call if you have any issues or questions. The Little Theatre of Owatonna is proud to announce it is seeking eligible candidates for its 2014 Vida Alexander LTO scholarships. Graduating high school students who have been accepted at an accredited 2-year or 4-year college for a full-time course of study and have an interest in the performing arts are eligible. Recipients are selected based on academic record, community involvement, leadership quality, school activities, and theater involvement. Details and forms for the application can be found on the Little Theatre of Owatonna website. Interested students can also contact their guidance counselor for the application form. All application components should be postmarked by Friday, March 28th. Make sure you get that in. You are invited to join an honest conversation about marijuana and youth on February 13th at the Mall of America. This is in coalition with the those totally community leaders, educators, faith, law enforcement. All these people are invited to come and talk. It is $20. They will definitely give people opportunities to get rides up there if you are looking for a ride. This is an opportunity to talk about it. It is, if you want to contact them at, there's so much going on in this piece of paper. It's register at www.marrch.org. Find out more information. And of course, this is with the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition. So check that out. Sorry for that. It was so exciting. I couldn't even control it. Come back on Wednesday. Be a little more under control. We're also going to be talking with the Owatonna Public Utility or Police Department and Plant Ladies. We'll see you then.